And so, like I said, it's important for you to know that you're going to have to run multiple campaigns at the same time if you want to go after multiple markets. There's no way around that. No one thing is going to hit everybody. When you do commercials for cars, you'll see some cars that, even though you might not know it, they're aiming primarily at people that own dogs. There are other commercials from the same company that are aiming at young people, at older people, at, there are others that are aiming at people that want to drive fast, other ones that want to be safe, other ones that want to hug a tree and save the world. Subaru does a great job. Who can tell me what makes Subaru a Subaru? Anybody know? What makes a Subaru a Subaru? Anyone know? And I say this so you can pay more attention when you're watching commercials versus being programmed, if you would, which is unfortunately what a lot of people end up doing. You want to understand what they're trying to do, and most importantly, how they are doing it, because they are very good at what they do. Subaru, I'm just randomly picking Subaru. I'm sure you've all heard of it.
Just trying to promote family safety with their vehicle?
Yeah, you're right. But what's the quote tagline, if you want to call it that? What would it be? There's something that makes a Subaru a Subaru.
No, it's not target to me.
You've seen the commercials a million times. I guarantee you that. Well, the answer is love. Love is what makes a Subaru a Subaru. You buy a car, they donate to the Meals on Wheels Foundation. You buy a car, they plant 10 trees on your behalf. You buy a car. I mean, they're going after a specific group of people that, for you and I, if we're not into that crap, it's just going to fly. I think cars are ugly as hell, personally. But people are not buying it primarily for how the car looks. They're looking at it because of the difference it makes in the environment. You buy a car, they donate $250 towards Save the Planet. And so people are saying, like, if I got to buy a car, I might as well go buy a car with somebody that's going to do something good for the world, humanity, and so on. I wouldn't even take a Subaru for free. Personally, I don't like it. But it works because they sell a lot of cars, and they've raised like $10 million doing that, which is pretty impressive. And so, again, when you look at that, and this is random stuff. Ford is built what? Anybody? Ford trucks are built
strong,
tough.
Ford tough.
Strong, work.
And that's what they want you to do. Ford tough. You see the guy in jeans and the dusty cowboy boots walking around, dumping heavy chains on the back of the bed when damn well nobody's going to do that. Nobody's hauling a damn thing around. That bed, rides around empty 99% of the time. But people associate, and that's very important, because at the end of the day, the question is, what do they associate your message with? What do they associate you with? And so, again, for you, I think it's more important than ever to really take to heart that marketing is, and I'm sure not a lot of you, I know I didn't get a degree in marketing, but the beauty about it is you can skip all the bull. If you did not go to college, and just simply get to the stuff that matters the most and relevant to what we are talking about here as well. And that's what I do. Every single week I generate results, and I do that. And I always ask myself, what am I doing this week? Who am I going after this week? What's the main purpose of my being in business this coming week? And there has to be a specific answer to that, because I will tell you right now, if all you offer people are mortgages, they're going to eat you alive. Because if the best you can bring to the table is the fact that you do that, it's going to be very difficult, because eventually what people are afraid of the most, and the reason that people don't engage with other people, meaning prospects, is because we're afraid of one thing, and we're afraid of questions, because of the simple fact that how we perceive ourselves is the way others will perceive us. Let me give you an example. You are all part of Radian Mortgage Bank. What's your number one product? What do you offer people? Anybody? Anybody? Come on, guys.
Confidence that their loans will be processed.
I mean, that's one aspect. That's one aspect of it. That's absolutely. What do you offer? I mean, seriously, I mean, you're in the business.
I would like to say this in a good time.
Service. I offer service.
Okay, service. What else? Somebody else. Come on. Anybody? Come on.
A reliable product.
What is your product? What is a reliable product?
Well, it's the service to take care of their mortgage, to finance their mortgage.
Okay. I mean, okay. Anybody else, please? Come on. What do you offer people?
Competitive rates.
What's that?
Competitive rates.
I mean, and that's a good way to put it, competitive, because a lot of the times we might not have the lowest rates. I mean, that's just the reality of it. somebody put down that they offer help with closing costs. You know, that's one thing. That's definitely one thing right there. Anybody else? What do you offer people? Come on. I mean, I'm a prospect. You know, I'm asking, what do you guys offer? What are you all about?
I offer myself to be part of the smooth transaction, to make sure that it's, you know, from beginning to end, it's going to be taken care of.
Okay, I mean, that's important. I mean, that's important for a lot of people, obviously. And everybody else, or anybody else, come on, what do you offer? I mean, you got to understand that if somebody ever gives you the opportunity to promote yourself for 30 seconds, if I'm at a convention, if I'm literally at a backpack giveaway, anywhere I go, I always try to get the mic to somebody on my team. So hopefully in 15 seconds, call it 30 seconds. One of the things that we're doing right now, we're going to the police departments, but we cannot do it like before. Not all of you, but a lot of you went to our roll call presentations, PowerPoint on the TV, and I've got my remote. They don't let us do that right now because of coronavirus, but because of the fact that we're friends and they know us, they let us come in, bring something like food. Let's just say we're doing that at 5 a.m, and then they just simply want me to not use PowerPoints, but just talk, just literally talk. I mean, I cannot take up time like I did when I was doing my PowerPoint. They just want me to say hi. But to me, when somebody says, hey, can you say hi to the group? That's my cue to market to the group. I'm not there for my health. I'm not there because I like waking up at 3:30 in the morning. I'm there because I got to leave with leads and appointments. And so that's what you have to get good at. And you guys are not doing a good job of that right now. Again, let's just role play then. Let's just role play. Maybe that's less intimidating to you. We're role playing. Most of you have seen the way my roll calls go. Well, we're not going to do a roll call. I'm just going to simply walk in and say, hey, everybody, we brought you these donuts, which you don't want to do that to cops. But if I go in there and I literally just tell the cops, hey, look, listen, I just wanted to drop some donuts off right now, say hi. I actually have my partner, because, for those that don't know, I do a lot of financial services with police officers. So I don't like to do and be all things to everybody. I just told you that in the beginning of the training webinar. So instead of that being, a negative thing for me, I make it a positive. As you guys know, my specialty is in helping you bulletproof your financial future, life insurance, 403Bs, 457s, and so on. But part of your financial future lies with your mortgage. And I do have with me Joe, or I do have Mary with me right here. And Mary is a master of her trade. She's on the mortgage side of the house. Mary, Joe, you want to say something real quick? What will you say that quick? What would you say? And that's what I'm talking about. You guys can't be quiet. This is not acceptable.
I will say.
Just for the record, you staying quiet right now is not acceptable. Just so you know. Yeah, I just want to make that very, very clear to everybody. You're in the wrong business. You need to move on to something else if you really cannot say something in a controlled environment that's sterile as hell. Ain't nobody looking at you right now. Nobody's going to make fun of you. But
I will say, I'll introduce myself, and I said,
okay, listen to me. Let's do this. Let's practice the way we would do it. Don't tell me what you would do it. So right now, I have somebody to present to you. Anything you want to say to the group, go ahead.
Okay, this is Walter Meneses, and I'm here to help you in your mortgage needs. This is my phone number. I would like to work with you to fulfill your needs and, for your next home that you're planning to buy.
Okay, thank you. I mean, that's good. Thank you. I mean, that sounds intelligent. That sounds very intelligent. And thank you. That's very, very good. Anybody else? This is me introducing you. So anything you want to say to the group? And first of all, he kept it short and sweet. Good. And just so you know, if you bring something of substance, everybody will give you a few more seconds more. So there's no such thing as going too long, as long as it's making sense. If it's not making sense, then yeah, it's time to cut it. But he did a great job. Congratulations, Walter. Thank you. Here we go. We have our mortgage specialist with us this morning, which is a treat because usually you only get to hear from me. But I'm not here to present. I'm here to deliver these great, delicious donuts. And maybe anything you want to say real quick? That's your cue.
Hello, my name is Kazabaki. I'm with Radiant Mortgage Bank. And one thing what we'd like to do is, since you're working with Javier on the financial side, I'm in the mortgage industry. And if we could help you with a refi or something, you could take that money that you save on the refi and go ahead and work with Javier and get kind of like double whammy. My name's Keith Kazabucky. Phone number is 909. Thank you for your time.
Perfect. Great job, Keith. Great job. Great job. Somebody else.
Hey, Javier,
Go ahead.
can you also mention that, if you're in front of buyers, that you're also a realtor, or you're just doing the mortgage loan?
I mean, you can do both. I mean, we bunch up real estate and mortgages in one single sentence because we're really just generating a lead. We're not going to do a consultation on the spot.
Uh-huh.
So you can absolutely do both, especially if you incentivize. Remember, here's one of the key things to marketing that I'll share with you. And we're going to go back to everybody saying their part, because if you're too, quote, too shy, or you're that ill prepared, well, sometimes you just got to hold your feet to the fire and say something, do something. Don't just stand there like a piece of furniture, because you're no good to nobody, especially yourself, when you do that. But absolutely, you can bunch things up together, which I'll cover in just 1 second. So hold that thought. Very good point. Thank you. And who wants to go next? Go on.
Well, like I was saying, if I were to speak in front of maybe first-time home buyers, right? Most of them, I would say, I'm here presenting Radiant Mortgage Bank, in order to help you, in buying a home, and also I'm also a licensed real estate agent, in which I can also help you obtain buy the house. As part of my consideration for you, for letting me represent you on both transactions, I will be able to help you with your closing costs as well.
Okay, there you go. And I mean, we have a big ace in our back pocket that so far you've mentioned that nobody else has mentioned, even though everybody has done a great job, which is that if you could combine both, my recommendation to everybody is, which we've given you 1 million power phrases. Just so you know, we gave everybody that was on the classes that we've done at least 20 times in the last year, the power phrases. Power phrases will make you sound intelligent. It will be a smooth delivery. So you don't have to reach for words. That's not the time. That's not the time to reach for words. Because remember, I'm using police as an example, but we have more, not right now because of coronavirus, but before coronavirus, we were doing more Sunday church services that we could ever handle. And the only reason we didn't get to a lot of people is because they were not prepared. And I'm not going to bring somebody that's going to make me look like a fool. I'd rather lose the business than look like a fool because of not something I did, but because of something somebody else did. Ill prepared. I mean, how hard is it to just practice for a day, for 2 hours? And it's second nature. If I was to ask you, what's your first name? I guarantee you not many of you would reach for your wallet to check your driver's license to see what the hell is your first name. You would probably know it. And you need to, in this business, in any business, but in this business, you better be smooth at delivering it. Otherwise, it's just not going to be as well. So who wants to go next? Again, I'm introducing you in front of, perfect example. I lead with financial services. That's what I do. I lead with financial services, and I don't want to be all things to everybody. So what I always say, even though I might be in the business longer than this person, I'm not going to say that. I'm always going to edify. Anytime you're in front of people and you're with somebody from a different trade, you always edify each other. And so what I'm going to say, and I'm going to make it very, very simple, I'm going to say, as you guys know, I'm an expert when it comes to financial services, especially how to bulletproof your financial future. But this Sunday, we have a special guest in your church here today, and it's going to be Joe. Joe is the master of mortgages, and I just want to take a moment to introduce him in case he says anything that intrigues you. He can go ahead and help you out. So go ahead, Joe, or go ahead, Mary, or go ahead, Maria, or whoever is with me. And what do you say? Somebody new.
Good morning. This is Stephen Bryan from Radiant Mortgage Bank. We're here to help you understand mortgages and refis. We'd like to partner with you and review your situation and see if you're in a good situation now, or if we can help you put you into a better situation for your future, put away money for your kids' education or for your retirement. Please let us know if you're interested, and we'd love to help you.
And you know what? Great job. Congratulations. And great job, Stephen. And the one thing that I will tell you that I love to do with people, more on a one-on-one basis, not in front of a group right now, but what I always do is those that are trying, those that are doing, their part, like Stephen is doing his part, to sit down and do what I call a strategy session, where we sit down and say, look, what you just said was really, really good. What everybody said was really good. But my question is, how can we make it better? How can we deliver that same message? Because the one word when it comes to marketing, if there's one thing you better get good at that I would recommend everybody to get good at, is that whatever you do, it better be compelling. Does that make sense? It
Mhm.
has to be compelling. So what he just said was right on the money. It was good. But can we make it more compelling? Can we make it more compelling? I mean, one of the things, the common thing that everybody has allured to was the fact that what if we can go ahead and Marcela! Oh, hold on. See this blending her smoothie for the morning, I guess. But anyways, but the question that I have for you is this. If we can make it better, everybody, what you just said is perfect, but let's just go ahead and condense it, boil it down. Because I learned this a long time ago, that you can lead a horse to water, but what?
You
You
cannot,
make 'em drink.
You can't make
cannot
it
make
drink.
it drink it.
Now, what I was taught a long time ago that changed my financial life forever, my business life forever, is that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, but you can salt in his oats and make him thirsty. Does that make sense? And so if you were to ask me, what business am I in? I'm in the oat salting business because I know that there's not one person in that, like for instance, again, pre-COVID, we were doing 16 staff meetings a week with teachers. They all have jobs, most have homes. That's who the hell you want to talk to. Or the cops, churches every Sunday, as many churches as you want to do. And so again, it's no good if you just go in there and step all over yourself and just screw it up. So what we want to do, how do you salt in somebody's oats? How do you think you salt in somebody else? Anybody? I mean, Stephen was on the right track right there. He was almost there to salt somebody else. Because I mean, in a nutshell, you have to understand, put yourself on the person that's sitting there. If what you tell me is what I see on TV all day long, there's no differentiating factor between the two of you. If you tell me, hey, I can help you with the low rate, well, that's what damn owning tells me all day long. That's what Rocket Mortgage tells me. But when you start throwing in some power phrases, when you start to say something, look, listen, I get it. Buying a home for those that are renting, you know that it makes more sense to buy, but I get it. Homes are expensive, closing costs are high, even your prepaids are high. But we have a special program just for members of churches like yours that if we represent you on both the real estate and the mortgage side, we will pay for every penny of your closing costs. And the $4,000 or $5,000 you were going to give to the bank, you can now take and use it to customize your home, furnish your home, paint your home, make your new home your home for the same exact amount of money you were going to give away to another bank. We can do that for you. In other words, you got to stir their soul, if you would. If I'm talking like, who was it? Who said, somebody was just saying it right now, Keith, that what he was alluding to, that if I give a presentation on financing, on how to save for your future, your retirement, your life insurance, he said a great thing. But if he would have just simply salted the oats a little bit more and say, for the same amount of money you currently pay your mortgage company, what if we can drop it just $200-300? Take $200, work with Javier on the life insurance side to secure your future, and still have an extra $100 a month for you to do whatever you want to do with. All of it for exactly the same thing you're doing right now. And so what I'm saying, you have to draw it out. And not only that, but you have to conclude it. You have to conclude it in a very strong fashion. Even if somebody was to tell me, you don't get to present up there for 10 minutes like you used to, Javier. I just want you to drop off some food and say hi. I will do my thing, but let me see, I have it right here. I always carry with me, always. Oh, I don't know if you can see them, but anyways, maybe not. Anyways, there's these forms, and there are two things. There's two types of forms. There you go. There's two types of forms I carry with me. Number one is a Amazon tablet raffle form. It's just a raffle form. And the other one is an appointment form. And so what I do here, on the bottom, it just simply has a simple box. I'm interested in buying, selling, or refinancing a home. That's all I do. So I pass them out. I take control. I pass them out and I let them know. Hi, my name is Javier Rodriguez, and as you know, we've got two types of police officers in this room today. Those that own a home and those that own a home. If you already own a home, I'm sure you've heard that interest rates on your mortgages are at all-time lows right now. So what that means is that you can easily save $100 to $300 to even more money on a monthly basis, and we can help you do just that. Now, if you don't own a home, I get it. Owning a home is expensive. The homes are expensive, closing costs are high. You have to deal with your prepaid. We have a program just for police officers and their families. that if we represent you on the real estate and the mortgage side, we will get you into a home and we will pay all your closing costs. So do me a favor, we do have limited amount of funds for these programs. In front of you, you'll find an actual appointment card. Put your name, cell phone number, and then just check off whether you want to buy, sell, or refi. And just circle which one applies to you, and I'll get back to you here later today. I'll even be outside the door so I can give you an answer on the spot. Because when I'm selling them, I'm not selling them on the closing of the damn loan. I'm selling them on come to me so that let's explore your possibilities. Now, if I'm in front of a group of teachers, guess what I do? Same thing. Well, first of all, hi, my name is Javier Rodriguez, and as far as I'm concerned, there's only two types of teachers in this room. Those that own a home and those that need to own a home. If you already own a home, as I'm sure you're aware, mortgage rates are all-time lows. That means you can save hundreds of dollars on your mortgage just by doing a refinance. Now, if you don't own a home, I get it. Homes are expensive. We're talking about the down payment. We're talking about closing costs, prepaids, and so on. We have a program just for teachers and their families that if we represent you on the mortgage and the real estate side of the house, we'll pay all of your closing costs and get you into a home literally in time for the holidays here in 2020, in time for Christmas. And I'm guaranteeing you're going to have a hell of a better Christmas in your own new home than anything you might be currently renting right now. I don't have a lot of time, so just do me a favor, just put your first name, last name, cell phone number, and just circle which one applies to you. Do you want to buy, sell, or refi? And I'll be more than happy to help you out as well. Thank you. Something like that. In other words, you have to hit them. And the way I do it, I'll give you an example. The way I generated a few leads this week, and this coming week, I've been doing nothing but working with parents on the financial services side of the house. We call it the $1 million baby. And we show people literally how to go ahead and secure their child's financial future, college, first home, even retirement, by starting a simple savings plan right now. But what's also unique in this whole thing is that people that are in the middle of considering something for their child also tells me that they're either A, brand new homeowners, or B, they're still renting. And of all the people that I saw this week, 10 parents, out of them, only one was a homeowner, and the rest of them were looking to buy.
No, we don't know.
All right, guys, mute yourself. If you don't mind. Try to see who it is so we can just block them. But anyways, and so that's why I'm telling you that it's extremely important to do that. Now, you cannot be all things to all people. So the way I break down my videos, I go after, like right now, you're missing it. If you're not marketing the holiday season, if you're not talking about how you can get somebody in home in time for the holidays, now, will you be able to get them in home by the holidays? Theoretically, absolutely yes. The hard part will probably be finding a property, but then again, you don't know what they're looking for. So I will tell them that my goal is to get them into their new home in time for the holidays. And I do that via different videos. So here's what I want to wrap it up with and share with you. Here's a very simple video. Let me just start with the other one. Let me start with the other one, with this one. And so what you'll see here, remember, people's attention spans are very, very short. You have to keep it short and sweet. But let me give you an example of something that I hope you can hear by me playing it. It's super short. Now, I know it's misspelled, Steven, so don't punch me through the damn camera, but I caught that and that got fixed already. This is just something that was already on the PowerPoint. But what I'm saying is that you can't go and be everything to everybody. So if you want to go be everything to everybody, well, then run multiple campaigns. Now, this is primarily for young families. These are for people that are renting. These are if you go around and ask, especially when you understand that for me, one of the busiest times of the year is when everybody else is shutting down. Nobody buys during the holiday season. Nobody does that. Bull. If that's what you really believe, then bless your heart and get out of the industry and come back in January, I guess. But for me, I know how emotionally charged the holiday season is, and people appreciate you even just trying to do that for them. And so this is the time to start to do something like that. That you literally have to roll it. Now here's another short one that I wanted to just share with you. Very simple one as well. It's even shorter, so don't blink. Better spelling there, I guess. But the point that I'm making is that you have to understand who and how are you going after. I told you, you salt their oats. And you salt their oats by being emotional. And people buy with emotion, and they, of course, justify what they did with logic. That's what this boils down to. And so what I'm saying is that you have to be prepared for everything in this business. And for better or for worse, we're independent contractors. We're not a traditional corporation where I'm kind of like, where's my manager? Where's my supervisor? You don't have one because I work for you, Rhett works for you. So therefore, you have to lead yourself. And so having said that, something as simple as the videos that I'm sharing with you can at least begin to, as we say, prime the pump, if you would, of doing the right thing, marketing in the right direction, and understanding that just on kind of what you heard, there's a lot of room for improvement. Next Saturday, we're going to talk about what we call the power phrases that I'm very disappointed, to be honest with you, that only a few people were able to stumble through them because we gave them to you. I get it. You don't have them. People say, I'm new, I don't know. I get it. But because you're new, you need to learn. And because you learn, you need to implement and you need to try. So thank you to all of you that are trying. I respect you so much that you have no clue, how much like I said, these videos, you go on Fiverr and a short video like this will be, give or take, I would say about 150 to 250 bucks because they're short. Now, if you want to customize, like, of course you want to customize, it's going to be 250 and then so on and so on. I'm going to give these to you for free. Nobody else is going to do it because if I outsource it, like I outsource so many other things, it's not viable. I'm not going to pay $250 on your part for 2 videos at $500 for the whole set. I can't do that. Times 10, that's $5,000. I'm not going to do that. So I have to invest my own time. And that's why I'm going to be very clear that this is for somebody that wants them and that requests them over the weekend. Because by Sunday, the link will be dead. And I guarantee you, like always, people are going to be, bitching, complaining on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, how it's not working. It's too late because I have to work on it. And I got other stuff. I'm on baby watch. I told you guys, my daughter's probably going to give birth tonight. And so we've been watching this forever and a day, feels like. And today's the day. But because of that, I'm locking down myself into my home, and I'm not really going out there. As you guys know, it's crazy out there with this coronavirus and this stuff. So I'm doing everything via Zoom right now. So I don't want to, risk it right now with the baby being born, and my wife is going to be going to her house and with the baby. I don't want to take an unnecessary chance. We already do that when we go grocery shopping and this and that. I don't want to unnecessarily be bringing people here or going to other people. So I'm going to be home working today, tomorrow, and I'll show you how to request these. If you want the videos, I'm offering them to you, again, at no charge, free. What you need to do is complete this form. Now, the form that you'll see is very simple. It needs your name, email, cell phone number, and your personal NMLS ID number. The company name field is gone. If you want a picture of yourself at the end, if Steve wants a picture of himself, he just needs to upload the file, and we're ready to go. If not, it'll be just like the one that you saw with no picture. Picture's better. People and so on. But we're going to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to go to rmblinks.com, rmblinks.com, which is the link that you see there. It will come down Sunday night. These take forever and a day to create because they have to be individualized. I'm not in the mood to do a million of them this time like we've done in the past. And so long as you get it in by Sunday night, you'll be good to go. The other thing, I'm not going to get into it too much because I wanted to talk to you also about the bots. We are bringing the bots back, and the bots were basically something you could give people information and leads automatically where they didn't have to go out there and do that. The number that we have, though, I think has changed. Let me just go ahead and try to see if it is still working. Don't do this. Don't send it there because it's not active yet. I'm going to send you the new phone number. But what it is, I think this is the one that was just simply a sample. And let me see if it's still active before I ask you to do anything, because we do have a new phone number. We're going to show everybody how to get their own Twilio. If you don't know what Twilio is, you got to know what Twilio is, so that you can have your own number to do that as well. So we're going to cover that next week, as well as the power phrases. And the power phrases just makes you be that much more compelling. Compelling simply means that if I get in front of you and I say, "Hi, everybody, my name is Javier. I'm with Radiant Mortgage Bank, and we got the best rates around," maybe 1 in 100 would respond. But if I go in there and I say, "Look, listen, we have a special," hold on, let me just go ahead. Hold on, guys. Just be yourself, guys. No big deal. I'm just being everybody. Okay, I'm just being everybody. Anyways, and so the point that I'm making is that you want to make it compelling to the point that literally it would be double dumb for somebody to not do what you're asking them to do. That's what compelling means. And so if you look at a good I love infomercials, because I like to see the things that they do that are very well. When they tell you there's a limited time, 5-minute timer, counting down, the whole crap. I mean, people fall for that stuff because it's hitting the right buttons. And that's why it's important. So when I tell people, look, we only have a certain number of funds every month for this program. So my recommendation to you is to go ahead and get in while the funds are still available. Now, I don't want to overpromise you, but we'll know by tomorrow whether or not we're going to be able to help you. That's simple. Create a sense of urgency. So when I reach back to them, it's not me bugging them. Hey, come on, give me a call. Let's do this. It's going to be, hey, I'm just calling to make sure you're still interested in those closing cost assistance programs. The funds are going down, but I can secure your portion as long as we move forward today. You know, and then after that, I'm just done with them. I'm done. And so therefore, it'll make you a better person, a better MLO, a better realtor, especially for those that are realtors. I mean, you guys are just failing miserably when it comes to comparing the power of having just one license versus having two. And so you got to get on the ball. And the power phrases, I think, will help you do that, because you have an ace in your back pocket that will get you to double length every single deal that you can by leveraging the power of your license. So when people ask me all the time, "Oh, well, my cousin's a realtor, and I was thinking about going to my cousin." By all means, go to your cousin, but just ask them if they're willing to share their commission with you, because that's where the assistance comes from. We're just simply not greedy. We want to take some of the money we're making and giving it to you. So just make sure they're going to give that, and they never do. I got the credit unions are the ones I compete the most with in police stations, and every time they say, "Yeah, but let's just say police credit union says that they can give you the same rate." All right, as long as they're going to give you closing cost assistance, then by all means go with them. They come back. Never mind. They don't want to. They say they don't do that. They can't do that. And then they come back to me. So you got to have a compelling story to be able to reach people and be in the position, if you would, to do just that. Do we have any questions from anybody? You can unmute yourself or chat, whatever you want, before we wrap it up. Anybody. You can just unmute yourself because you are muted. So keep that in mind. I can't hear anybody. Steven, can you unmute yourself? Just I want to make sure it is. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Javier. So I know we presented as, just for police officers, we do this program. Just for teachers, we have this special program. But it's basically anybody who's willing to use us on the real estate and mortgage side that we will assist with.
Anybody. And if I'm talking to, let's just say I'm talking to Steven at the supermarket, I'll give you an example. The last deal that I came across, literally, it was just one of the things that we also will talk. I don't think even Fred is got it. Before I booed everybody, I don't know if Fred ever got on it. Let me see. Let me see if he texted me. No. And so the reason that I'm emphasizing this so much to you is because I'll give you an example. One of the, let me just make sure. So I have to deal with. Okay, he's not going to make it. Okay. So, anyways, the example that I'm making here is the last deal that I had. I spoke with an electrician who was doing some work on my home, and it started because of a simple conversation. First of all, learn to talk to people. Don't be a secret agent. It's amazing how many of our agents and how many agents, period, are secret agents. I just went up to, he was fixing something on my panel. It's a pool that was installed. He was putting in a new relay for the pool lights and whatever. And so I go, "Hey, if you need anything, it's hot. Let me know. I got some water." He's like, "If you got some of the," he goes like, "bubble water." I go, "Well, I got that." So I went, it's hot. I would just help the guy. I gave him the soda. He's like, the water. He said, hey, man, I really appreciate this. I go, did you drive far? He goes, oh, I came from Gardena. So I go, oh, Gardena. I go, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be in Gardena tomorrow. He's like, really? For what? Oh, because I'm going to be doing a presentation for the police department down there. He's like, really? What time? I go, oh, it's like 6 in the morning, 5:30, something like that. I got to be up early. Really? He goes, what do you present? I go, well, I'm in the financial services sector. He goes, well, what do you mean by that? I go, well, you know, mortgages, financial services as far as retirement. It was just funny that you say that because Chase turned me down because they wanted 9 months of reserves. I go, you're probably self-employed. He goes, yeah, I'm an independent contractor, electrician. I go, well, I mean, it's typical for reserves to be required, but what's nice about us is we are our own bank. You know, we do have our own rules, and even though they do parallel Chase, if you would, because they're a bank, I go, I don't want to overpromise anything, but if you'd like, I can have somebody take a look at it for you. And he's like, sure. And, you know, I didn't want to be the go-to guy at that moment, even though I could, but because he was fixing my electricity panel, I didn't want him to get pissed and short circuit the whole thing. So I go, you know, so I just simply made a call. And, you know, sometimes you do that. That's why we have a team. You dish it off to somebody, and lo and behold, we're in escrow. Just like that. I mean, and so you have to, and one of the things he said, because he came back a second time, he's like, you know, one of the things that I decided to go with you is because I'm sure they're not going to let just anybody into the police department to, you know, that's going to screw people over, because I know a lot of people get screwed over. I go, and it is true. It's that reality of any industry. I go, but it does happen. But like you said, they're not going to let it go in there. And we also work with schools and other specialized markets. And so what I'm saying is that even though you might not be working roll calls, you might not, but that's why you need to learn to use the word we. You will always never hear me say I or me. I don't like that. Even when I got to go to the bathroom, I say, hey, we got to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? I just don't like literally to use the word me. You know, I just don't like it. And so get in the habit of doing that. We work with very specialized markets, very, you know, trust-driven markets, police departments. We're talking about hospitals. We're talking about schools, and especially churches. And the reason that that matters is because it represents trust for people. And like I said, if I would have asked this guy, can I help you with the mortgage? Are you looking to refi? Then here you are. Has anybody ever seen the movie Groundhog Day? I don't know if you guys have seen it, but in that movie, there's a scene with the life insurance salesman. You guys, anybody ever watched it? No? I mean, and when I think, and I always tell my life insurance agents, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. So I will play the clip next weekend just to show you the clip. Unbelievable. And to me, that's what a lot of people think of when they think of loan officers, realtors, especially. Oh my God, realtors can be annoying as hell. I mean, especially realtors. Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. Be you. You bring a lot of value to people. People need what you have to offer. The hardest part is, how do I connect the people that need my services with me? And again, my favorite way of doing business is what's called an indirect way. I never approach anybody directly myself. Like that guy, I did approach him myself, but I didn't bring it up directly is what I'm saying. Because when you get right down to it, will you qualify? Maybe not. I know a guy. I know a gal. And that's the way I usually do it. When I go to the police department, most of you have been there with me. Hey, we have a special guest with us today, even though I know more than this person. I've been doing this longer than this person. But that's not the point. It's not about me. It's about us. And so when I say we have, you know, this example, Walter with us, who's a mortgage, in-house mortgage expert. Anything you want to say to them? Well, nothing other than just as I'm sure you've heard, interest rates are at all-time lows. It would be double dumb to gift the bank extra money when you really could save that money and use it for your own future. So if you're interested in learning how much you could save, I can give you an answer before you leave this room. Thank you. Now, will you be able to tell them the amount before they leave the room? Hell no. But that's not the damn point. The point is to get us from speaking to people to one-on-one, group setting one-on-one. And once you have them on a one-on-one, elaborate more on the trust element so they give you their cell, and then you'll call them later in the day with the information. That's just the way it is. And so that's how you do that. That's how a lot of you are doing the right thing, but I can tell you there's a lot of room for improvement. Rhett's not here to announce it, but I think he let it slip, or he announced it last week. This month, our teammates here at Radiant, just our bank, just my team, just our office, we're sharing $400,000 in income this month. It's our best month ever. $400,000, man. It's a small team. You guys have been to the Santa Ana office. I mean, it's a small branch. $400,000 money. And that doesn't count, by the way, the real estate side. For those of you that are double dipping, Doesn't even include that. So it's easy, $500,000. But did I know for a fact? 400 grand. But we need more of you to bring in more business so you can partake in the commission. Well, and I hope this training helps you to do that. Any questions before we wrap it up? Anybody?
Javier, were you going to be sending that form by email? I'm sorry.
No.
For whatever reason, my computer is not bringing up, I can't see anything. I can just see you guys. Everything's black. So.
Just write this down. RMB as in Radiant Mortgage Bank. RMB links. LINKS.com. RMBlinks.com. Has anybody been able to pull it up?
Yes, I have.
RMB, and let me tell you why we don't email it. If I email it today, people will be opening it like Thursday, Friday of next week, and calling and bitching, complaining that the link is down, and they missed the whole message that it's going to be down by Sunday night. So after Monday, it's gone. So if I send the email, it's amazing how many people are still opening emails right now that were sent a month ago. And so that's why I hate doing that, because then people think I'm just being an ass, not wanting to create the videos. I go, it's not that. It's just that, dude, it's a month later. That class is coming on. It's a different thing. So RMB as in Radiant Mortgage Bank links, LINKS altogether, RMBlinks.com. Any other questions from anybody?
Yeah, Javier, quick question. You say you record this. How do we watch the replays?
You need to go to our YouTube channel. Remember, once you subscribe to our YouTube channel, it notifies you automatically. And so the way you do that, I think it's meet us. Hold on, let me just confirm this. Hold on. Let me just confirm this before I give you a bad domain. Let's see. It's RMB on YouTube, as in Radiant Mortgage Bank. Real soon, just so you know, we're going to get rid of our email list. It's worthless 90% of the time because people don't open it, and people just simply open it a month later. And I get it. It's all outdated. That's not the way to go anymore. Email's not what it used to be. So we're going to be moving everything directly to YouTube. And we're going to be, so when you go to rmbwebinar.com, it's going to take you to a YouTube, and we're going to be live on YouTube, and it's going to record it, and it just stays there. It's a lot simpler. I mean, I'm not a video editor where I want to sit here and do this all day long. And so therefore, it's crucial that you go to RMB on YouTube.com. Do two things. Click on the subscribe button, number one, and then click on the bell on the right. It's called notifications bell. That way, when we upload a video, let's just say you couldn't make it to the webinar today, and I upload this later today, you would get a notification saying a new video just got uploaded to Radiant Mortgage Bank. Very cool. RMB on YouTube.com. Any other questions, please? Great question. All right. Well, I'm not going to make.
Hey, Javier, real quick.
Sure.
I was just looking at that form to fill out, and it didn't seem to allow it to go through unless you uploaded the photo. It wasn't allowing me to just submit it
It's
without
mandatory.
a photo.
It's not a mandatory form. Thank you for sharing that. Hold on. Let me just do this. Real quick. Okay, Wufu. Stupid name, but it was Wufu. And when I'm going to go in here, there. If you can just give me 1 second to see, it's on the second page. Market video request, edit form, and there. Hold on a second. If you can refresh the screen, please. Stephen?
Yep, doing it. Okay, great. It went through.
All right, there you go. Now it's not mandatory. It wasn't mandatory for another project we did. All right, cool. Anybody else before we wrap it up? Questions, comments, concerns? I don't want to make it longer than we have to, but I'm not going to rush it.
Yeah, can I send you an image for that form separately? I just didn't have anything at my fingertips right now.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
send that separate?
As long as you get it to there tomorrow, that'd be fun.
Great.
Cool. All right, anybody else? All right, well, I just want to say thank you. I really challenge everybody to go out there and make this coming week the most productive week in your business by leveraging some of what you learn, which is primarily don't be a secret agent. Number two, ask yourself, what does it take to salt somebody's oats? If you're just dragging horses to water, that's a death by 1,000 cuts type of thing. It's painful because you've done enough to get in front of people, but they're not doing anything. And most of the time is that we're just simply not compelling enough. And we do that by learning, like I said earlier, how to salt their oats. For me, if you give me a young couple, I know they're dying to secure their child's future. I know that they're trying to do everything to, see, I'll just wrap it up with one thing about emotion is what I'm getting at. Let me just go back over here. Hold on, let me just see if I can pull it up here. And so you'll understand what I'm talking about. Let's see, here. And so if you give me, and let me just show you now, don't laugh at me, but this is a baby picture of me back in the day. So anyways, so what are you going to see that? And so when I'm talking to a baby, to a young parent, right, I know that if I go to the intellectual side, the logic side of the house, I will not get anywhere. But for them, especially the younger the kid or the baby is, the more exciting it is. Oh, here's another thing. How do you salt somebody's oats? The guy that I'm helping with this, I told him, let's get people to your webinar. Yeah, but they're not going to go. I guarantee you they won't go. But if you salt their oats, we offer them a 3-day, 2-night stay in Las Vegas for free. And then, of course, I told them you have to stay to the end of the webinar to get the code to redeem it. And so, therefore, went into who I am, what I do for a living, but my passion is to help parents secure their children's financial future. And I showed them. We call it the $1 Million Baby. Question number 1 is, what kind of a life do you dream of for your baby? I don't care if it's your baby or your grandbaby. What kind of a life do you dream of? And then the second and most important question is, hold on, I think the thing is barely catching up. So question number 1 is, what kind of a life do you dream of for your baby? Well, I want it to be happy. I want to be able to, okay, cool. But then here's another more specific question. What kind of a financial life do you dream of for your baby? One of struggles, low wages, one of student loan debt to get into a college that maybe they didn't even want to be in, only to end up burdened with debt for literally decades, like so many people do now. And then we talk about how, hey, birth represents a new beginning, which is probably the most sacred thing that people can possibly ever think of. And the reality is that the only thing that's more symbolic of a new beginning other than the birth of a child is probably a new year. And then gives you the blah, blah, blah. And so what I'm getting at, and if you notice, I know they're slow in forwarding, what I'm doing is I'm salting their oats. That's what I'm doing, because I'm giving them the opportunity to understand that this is a great legacy that they can leave. This is a great legacy that this and do. And of course, a financial legacy. There's a lot of parents, a lot of us that feel stupid sometimes that we didn't save more for our children when they were young. All it took was $50, $100, and now it takes $600 a month. And so with proper planning, you can provide them. You can do this, college education, which right now is probably the hottest thing. I can talk to parents and young parents all day long and sign them up all day long, because what if you could just secure your child's financial future as it relates to college education, or maybe buy their first home? You know how hard it is to buy a home, let alone your first home, let alone today. Now imagine in 5 years, imagine in 10 years. It's just simply incredible. But you can help them literally every step of their life if you just simply get them off to a right start today. I don't know, who was it that one of you guys went with me to the police department? I think it was Stephen out in the Valley, and I did a presentation. And so we did the refi. We saved them $350. He opened up an IUL for himself for $200. He opened up an IUL for his son for $100 and had $50 left over after it. What a great thing to do. And so anyways, I give an example of my own. Like I told, we're on baby watch. We're literally on baby watch right now. And my daughter just got here to the house. But I'm not going to bore you with the whole presentation. But this is salting their oats. This is being honest with people. This is yourself. And that's what you see here before you. I'm showing them how for my baby that's almost born, he's going to be here hopefully tonight. He has to be 14 days old, but I'm going to save $100 a month, which is $1,200 a year. And by the time the kid is 26, there's $51,000 in there. $51,000. As you can see, $1,200, almost $400,000 of permanent life insurance in case baby gets sick or something happens. But also, most importantly, is the amount of money that by the time this kid is going to college at 18, let's just say, there's $26,000 saved up in his name. Kid decides that, screw college, I don't want to do that, and screw you, I'll take my money because I control it no matter how old he is. I go to Vegas, I put it all on red and hopefully double my money. And so the point of it is that it's just incredible. By the time they're 25, they got $48,000. By the time the kid's 30, they're 70. All of it with $100 a month. And what if we could refi your home? Save you $200 a month. Take one of those $100 from the $200 that you were giving to the bank and put it in your child's name And as you can see, by the time they're 45, they've got $200,000 in the name. And so anyways, that's salting their oats, not talking about the importance of life insurance, but what it's going to do for them. And I tell people, look, you want to see proof? Because I don't sell anything I don't own, by the way. And as a matter of fact, in the next slide, you'll see that this is my 3-year-old. I got her policy when she was born and delivered her policy. There it is. She received it, right? And in 3 years, because I made every birthday, instead of buying crap, I still buy her crap, by the way. I just bought her a damn swimming pool. But the truth is that I pay $1,200 a year or $100 a month. I just write one check every birthday. So if you look on the bottom, it shows the premiums. And so what I'm going to do now, here it is on the bottom, it shows total premium paid, $3,600. $1,200 for 3 years, that's $3,600. Of the $3,600 I've paid, her balance is under the accumulated value is $2,500, almost $2,600. Think about what this is going to be like in 5 years, 10 years by the time she's 20. Unfreaking believable. And if we refi your home, we save you, let's just say we just saved you only $100. And you took that savings and stuck it here, even though I know we're going to save you more. What a tremendous outcome your family, especially your child, your grandchild will have with money you were happily giving away to the bank. And so anyways, that's that. I just want to just wrap it up by showing you that that's just one angle, one thing. And in the process, like I told you, of all the 10 parents I talked to, one's coming in today for their appointment. And as soon as we are done submitting the baby's IUL, guess what's the next thing going to be? Well, that's what if we can get you into a home in time to have that baby in your own home for Christmas. Maybe they will qualify, maybe they won't. I don't know. But the point of it is that. Hi, Hybrid. Do you have a tutorial on YouTube on how to market the emergency binder? I don't know. We do have a video. I don't know if it's on the YouTube channel. Check the YouTube channel because we're uploading a lot of our stuff. It takes a lot of time because some of these videos, like this one's almost an hour long. And so it takes, but it will be there, Helen, by Monday if it's not there right now. Any other questions before we wrap it up? All right, guys.
Yeah,
Well, go ahead.
Is there a way that I can talk to you, like maybe 10, 15 minutes? Just call you or not?
Sure. Just give me a call after this, okay?
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate all you do. Let's go out there, make it a productive weekend. Congratulations to everyone that's partaking in the $400,000 payday during the month of October. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Thank you so much.
Javier,
Javier,
this is Keith. Hey, when you have a chance, give me a call because I have a couple of questions regarding.
Got it. All right, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Goodbye.